Invincible episode 4, a little behind, but I'm catching up. Feel me? Like I'm catching up to it. You feel what I'm saying? All right, so we start off checking in on the team, checking in on Mark, right? So Mark trying to figure out where the little surveillance drone coming in. It's interesting to see. We already know where it comes from. Normally, you would expect like the writers, the show to not let us know where it comes from. So maybe we can think it's Cecil. We could think, you know what I'm saying, it's Robot. We could, you know what I'm saying, maybe we could have some theories about Angstrom Levy, whatever. But the show instantly told us who it was as soon as he caught the drone, and then that was it. So I don't know. I mean, it's obviously another way to play it, you know, so we can kind of see Mark make his mistakes and unravel while we really know what's going on. Obviously, I'm talking about the people who aren't familiar with the story already, whatever, boom, boom, boom. So cool, Mark going crazy, bro. So he break in. Bro, I can't tell you how many of these, I'm kind of tired of seeing these reanimate, dude. Like, he didn't cut through them so much, bro. Like, I need to see something else, bro. Like, I'm tired of seeing, like, come on, bro. Like, them zombie dudes, like, we get it. They're not doing nothing. He just break into the Pentagon. And, like, at what point, like, bro, you gotta think, like, all right, so I get he's like, Cecil knows he's a good dude. He knows he means well. He's always gonna protect the Earth. So I guess in a way that makes sense. But it's like, dog broke into the Pentagon, bro. Like, you know how much footage he gonna have on you of you just doing some wild, like literally attacking the most, I guess you could call it like sacred government headquarters, bro. Mark, you gotta chill, dude. Like, I get it, but like, bro, you gotta relax, homie. Like, you need to have somebody, like, you need to be working with a robot, doing some counter surveillance, have somebody on the inside. Like, you gotta be working it, bro. Like, you can't just be breaking into the Pentagon. Boom. Anyway, so they put the little, and get some earplugs, homie. Like, dog, they did the same sound thing, knocked them out. Feel me? Now everybody gonna know your weakness. It's gonna be so easy. Robot gonna know it. Dinosaurus gonna know it, bro. I'm pretty sure they all use it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty confident that they. Anyway, but that's the point. Yeah, take down my dude Mark. He like, bro, stop spying on me. Cecil like, I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, we know it wasn't Cecil, but Cecil, he dipped. Then he looked stupid because then he's dipped. He's like, oh, is that you? All right, I bet. Boom, he fly away. He's like, this is not over. But Cecil like, Cecil's second in command, bro. He like, oh, but I thought we were spying on him. And he's like, man, Cecil's like, duh, of course you spying on him, bro. What? But this ain't us, so I need to see what this, like, who else spying on him. This is my baby, you know what I'm saying? This is my little golden goose, my little toy Martin. Ain't nobody else spying on him, gonna be recruiting him, stuff like that. So boom, that's the first part. Rose, kind of tied up the last episode. Boom. But, bro, this middle section, dog, all right, so Mark's on a date with, I almost said Anissa, bro. That's crazy. Mark's on a date with Eve, right? Boom. He made it to the date. He's a little late because he was fighting Cecil, all that cool. Which is good that he with Eve because Eve don't be tripping about nothing, bro. Amber would have been on his. I mean, Amber kind of understood too, but at the same time, she only got so much patience. She's just a mere mortal. Feel what I'm saying? Like, the mere mortals don't be having much patience. Feel me? Eve not tripping. Eve like, I already know how this go. Like, I'm almost at the point like, Eve, why are you never late? Like, you ain't doing no superhero stuff. You ain't on no time. Like, what is you on? Like, do something, bro. Like, come on, dog. I know you're a female and everything, but you need to be having something going on too, bro. I can't be the only one with motion. That's what Invincible was saying to her, pretty much. Boom. So like, they get ready to kiss, whatever, and they stop. She like, Marla, what happened? My breath, bro? Like, I was just fighting Reanimin, bro. I got Reanimin like in my teeth. Like, what happened? Yeah, she like, bro, please don't tell me that's a portal right there. He said, what? He's like, bro, all right, I'm not even gonna look, but whatever you're saying, I'm pretty sure it's happening. Boom, they look to their left, it's the little Samoan black whatever dudes from episode 2, right? When they was still in Declaration of Independence, that random thing, but we knew that was gonna come back, especially because they had names. Boom, they're like, yo, we need you to come to the future. Mark like, fuck you. He's like, come on, maybe you should do it. He's like, dog, I don't know where that portal goes, but I'm not going in it. And she's like, all right, bro, he's gonna put me first. Cool. He's like, I'm learning, bro. You know what I'm saying? I fumbled the bad black joint. I'm not finna fumble the little, he's not trying to fumble his little redhead. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, he's sitting down, drop kick and beat up dude. What's the other guy's name? Beat up guy? Sidewinder? Flip knot? Slip, something like that. They got like little martial artists name. Like I told you, they're UFC fighters, bro. It's Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. It's like, really, you know what I'm saying? No, really, it's more like Benson Henderson and Anthony Pettis. That's really who's coming to save him, right? Boom. They drag him, bro. They hit him with the car, drag him into the future, and the portal's there. The whole time I'm looking like, Eve, jump in. I thought she was gonna jump in after, and then Like they was gonna do some stuff. We're gonna find out Eve really came in there the whole time. That'd have been dope. A little couple adventure that could have made up for the day, and she could have really been used back there. Nope, she just sitting there like, oh, Mark. Kind of like how Debbie was in season 1, where Mark was like, Mom, Dad just went to another dimension, bro. He's fighting these aliens. I'm realizing this camera is a little bit off center. Let me fix this real quick. My fault. That's throwing me off. So anyway, boom. When Mark was saying that, and Debbie was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "What are you talking about? Homie's in another dimension. I don't know what's going on." I think Nolan was there. He grew a beard in that other dimension. Debbie's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. We about to have." He's like, "All right, yeah, we about to have like rigatoni for dinner. Like, what you think you should want to pick up like some prosecco, Mark? Like, what are we doing?" He's like, "What?" Boom. That's pretty much how Eve was. She just chilling. He go to the future, right? Dystopian. Whatever, they like, listen, we had to steal the Declaration of Independence because there's this guy, this king, he took over, you know what I'm saying? We created one world government, and that ended up the dictator ended up going mad. Duh. And then we tried to get the Declaration of Independence because you're supposed to be able to make a poison from the ink. What sense do that make? That's really random, writers. Why would that even work? Whatever, cool. That's just their explanation for it. Boom. So, Mark changing to his clothes. They like, bro, you always keep the super suit on? I'm like, bro, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Superman. What else? Bro, people attacking me everywhere. I gotta hide my identity. Even though at this point, Mark is like this close to not needing to hide his identity at this point. Like for real, when you think about it, Eve can handle herself. And in like 2-3 years, Oliver gonna be able to handle himself. It's just Debbie, like, bro, if you just like work with Cecil and stop being such a little fucking punk bitch and be like, oh, you're using criminals. Debbie could she probably wanna live her regular life, but she could, with Angstrom Levy and all that, yeah, she's really the only thing holding you back. Like, cause I'm like, she could just really chill in the Pentagon protection and all that. Cecil, that's besides the point, right? So boom, then a random Mark come out of nowhere, grab his clothes, like his clothes that he changed out of, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? That's like a Family Guy. That looked like American Dad bit when they did the Rapture episode. Like that was like some random, like why another Mark came through, confused the hell out of me, right? Boom, it's gonna come into later. So they get there. They're like, all right, we want you to capture. We want you to help us get captured. You're like, oh, all right, boom. Why didn't they just say that? Because they was beating up robots and stuff, right? When they get captured, they get taken to the war vault or like the castle, right? Boom. They're walking in. They escort Mark to see the king. They said the king will see you. And it's like, wait, why is the king? That didn't make sense, right? Because when they scanned him, they was like, oh, invincible. We were waiting for you. You say, what? How is they waiting for him? Why is they going to see the king, right? They took the other dude to the execution. I guess they execute people right next to the king. So the other two dudes, Anthony Pettis and Ben Henderson, they get executed the other way. And he's like, where are they going? And the robots that's, controlling the world or whatever, they like, oh, they about to get executed. Mark's like, yeah, I don't think so. They're like, nah, bro, stop holding us, bro. We got this. It's 2 robots, bro. Like, come on, we can handle, bro. Go. And he's like, all right, bet. Boom, he go in there, and I'm thinking, I thought it was Mark, right? I thought Invincible was going to be the king, right? Guess that'd have been too easy, and that'd have been too repetitive for what, if you know what's coming up. And I think, I believe is Angstrom Levy's next plan. It would have been too repetitive. So I get it. It's the Immortal, and I'm like, okay. It don't really seem like it's not like oh snap. It's just like okay, you just pick somebody, But it does make sense because they said he's been ruling for hundreds of years. And all that stuff. And when you kind of get into it, it kind of makes sense. And basically, Immortal's sitting on the throne, and Invincible's like, yo, Immortal? And he's like, yo, nobody's called me that in like 7 decades, bro. What the, 7 centuries, bro. Like, what's going on? Who are you? And he's like, oh, I know you are. You're Invincible. I brought you here for a reason. I've been waiting on you. So he thinks it's the Invincible. So basically the Invincible from that universe, I think he's thinking he came back down. But really, he don't know he came from the past. They trying to talk him down. He's like, "Dude, why you left me here? You left me to rule. I went crazy, bro. I done married so many women. I done seen all my loved ones die over and over and over again." He's like, "What about Kate?" He's like, "I don't know Kate. Is that red hair?" He's like, "No, that's my bitch. Nigga, chill. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Hold on, man. What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, my bad, bro. Like, I don't remember, bro. It's like 6 centuries ago, dog. Not everybody lived that long." He's like, "Oh, I bet." He's like, "Okay, cool. Like, I'm tired of ruling. I don't want to do this no more. Kill me, and then I already got a program that's going to give the power back to the people." Invincible's like, or you could just give the power back to the people. He's like, nah, I got to die. I'm ready to die. He's like, okay, go, like, kill yourself. Like, what did he say? Go jumping a no, what did he say? How did he say he's gonna kill himself? I forgot how he said. He's like, bro, suicide's a coward's way out. He's like, bro, just step down and retire. Nope, I want to die. He's like, dog, you do not have to drag me into this. So then they get to fighting, right? Anthony Pettis and Ben Henderson, they escape. They come in, they watch, and eventually Mark is forced to kill the immortal, right? He feels bad. He's like, bro, all I've been doing, I've been talking to people about how I don't kill. I've been telling Oliver how I don't kill. I've been telling Cecil how it's wrong to do all this stuff and work for people who kill. And all I've been doing all these episodes is killing. That's going to build up, as you know, that's important to the story of Invincible. And they're like, bro, listen, we know you feel bad and everything, but just so you know, like, I know you had to go against one of your morals and kill somebody, but this dude was killing people every day, and now people will live. We get our world back. You saved lives. So what's more important, your little heroic moral code being broken, or like millions of lives being destroyed? Now, I know this ain't your timeline, and I know we could have just whisked you off somewhere else. Like, you didn't have to trust us. Actually, you didn't, and we stole you, but like, we'll send you back. Now, granted, even though they had only enough gas for the one return trip, I don't know how they got him back. Because that's what they said whenever Eve was like, bro, just come back after the date. And it's like, we only have one more gas for one more trip. So I don't know if they was just like trying to hold him and just like, no, we came here now, we get you now, or what. But anyway, they return him. He returns back to Eve by the date. Eve's like, what's up? What happened? He tells her what happened. He's super honest and stuff like that. They end up finishing up their date. She's like, let's go. He's like, dang, I ruined another date. She said, I didn't say the date was over. I said, let's go. Let's get some air. You've been through a lot. They start flying around. They have a little magic carpet, Aladdin, Princess Jasmine moment. And eventually they end up taking it back home to his mom's house to finish off the night. Now, my thing is, Eve can manipulate matter to create physical constructs out of, well, I can't say out of nothing. She can manipulate particles and rearrange them to create not new matter, but new not mass. She can't create mass or create matter, but she can make a cup out of nothing, right? She built her house. Why didn't you go build a house or go back to your house? You flew across the world. We saw you go to the Eiffel Tower. You went back to DC. Why you ain't go back to your treehouse, which was in Colorado, I think, right? It was in like the national parks. But why you ain't go back to your house? Why you ain't build a temporary motel? Why did you go have sex in your mom's house in your childhood bedroom with your little brother and your mother home when you have other options? You're 20 something, like you're not in high school anymore. Why are you doing that? Eve, why'd you let him do that? You guys, if anybody in the history of humankind have the option to have sex anywhere, you could have literally had sex on the moon. Mark can get to the moon. She can create a dome to trap oxygen. You literally could have had sex on the moon. Why are you in your mother's house? And you're a Viltrumite. Hey, listen. You have super strength. Y'all, I don't know if any of y'all who know where I'm taking this. Super speed. Super stamina. Super durability. You're telling me it's your first time having sex with Adam Eve, woman you love. You ended up telling her I love you in this episode. Woman you've had a crush on since you met her in high school. You've only ever had sex with one other woman. She also has superpowers. She can create barriers and has super durability as well. You telling me that y'all, in the midst of the throes of passion of the horizontal bedroom boom, nobody in that house heard anything? What kind of baby meat ass strokes were you giving Eve to where when your mother, Debbie, came to open up the door, she had no idea you were even home? She tried to open the door. She just said, Mark, start turning the doorknob. He said, oh, I ain't dressed. She said, oh, okay, have a good night. You telling me you got superhuman? You telling me you can fly to the moon and lift an iceberg? And you telling me them strokes ain't shaking the neighborhood like the bomb that tried to blow up Nolan across the street? What kind of baby meat ass strokes? Listen, and maybe you get a pass, right? It's your first time. You used to having sex with Amber, right? So like, you gotta be gentle. She a human, so maybe you giving her them human strokes. But bro, when I tell you 6 rounds of cataclysmic destruction, earth shattering, fault line erosion type. Are you kidding me? What in the world are you? How in the world does that whole neighborhood not rock like an earthquake? That would have been feeling like the San Andreas fault line. Like what are you doing? But you get a pass. You used to, you know what I'm saying? Amber, human, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you a little out of shape, out of form. You just rip the dude's head off. Maybe you don't get the chub from violence like Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you get a little pass. That it pretty much ends their story. The narrator takes us over to Alan the Alien in space. We back with Nolan, right? Now, I always thought that episode was about to be over because normally they hit the title, the credits, then they do like 3 credits, then they do like 1, 2, 3 minutes, and then the show's over, right? And I'm like, dang, this episode's short. It is not. So they continue to go for a long time. Alan, they even do a whole flashback of how Alan got captured, his entire torture process, all of his attempts to try to befriend Nolan to get him to break out. Basically, the Viltrumites arrive for Nolan's execution. They drag him out, they start beating him. So the Viltrumite execution is 2 Viltrumites, like, basically DPing your ass, pretty much, until you dead. So they wait till you heal up, I guess so it's honorable, but then they still tie you up and jump you. So they literally could have just taken 2 Viltrumites and done the little this thing they love, and just chopped the head off, but it's a humiliation ritual, I suppose. So Alan's like, all right, I'm gonna break him out. Like he's still not going for it, but we need him. Like if it's a Viltrumite that defected, I gotta do everything in my power to save him because it don't make no sense, right? And if I break him out, he probably gonna defend himself, right? Boom. So he starts freeing the prisoners. He starts freeing some prisoners. They immediately get shot by the guards. They ain't doing much. Alan's trying to find them. Then there's a big door. There's one more prisoner that has a different cell than the others. We can hear some rumbling. We can hear like a mumble rumble, like a roar. Already knowing, Battle Beast, baby. He rips open the door from the outside, which kind of makes me think like, are doors just weaker from the outside? Because he folds it up like it's a storage unit, and he just like folds it up. And I'm like, why couldn't Battle Beast just fold it up? There's no barrier or force field. But anyway, he starts telling like, hey, listen, I got some homies for you to fight. You know, I got some people that's like really, he's like, oh, is it Viltrumites? He's like, yeah. He's like, how many? He's like, bro, like, come on. Like, you'll find out when we get there. Even if it's 1. I said Viltrumites. Even if it's 1, that's enough for you. Like, who do you think you are, bro? Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not Thrag. Like, it's 1 Viltrumite's good. Let's go. So they get to fighting, get to killing. They end up finding Nolan finally because they getting into Nolan, right? So he's rumbling, checking the ship. They locate him. They break in. They get to fighting the 2 Viltrumites, blow a hole into space, kill the Viltrumites. Boom, Alan. Nolan's freed. Nolan's like, you know what? I do miss my wife. You know, I do kind of want to see my son again. We could win. Let's see what this would be like. You saved me. Let's try it out. If I die, I die. But let's try out this resistance thing. They can't find Battle Beast. Battle Beast still going in with the Viltrumite. And I didn't even think he could really beat 1 Viltrumite. I thought he could be a problem for 1. Like a real Viltrumite, not Mark when he was a kid. Like that was nothing. Like a real Viltrumite. But he's kind of whooping that other Viltrumite. They've been running the ones the whole time while Nolan and Alan they jumped 1. They ended up killing him with two punches to his head, right? So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you our biggest secret. You know, because Alan's like, oh, we gotta get out of here. We gotta steal the ship. He's like, we can kind of chill. We can grab a bite to eat or something like that. You know, at In-N-Out or something like that, because there's only 50 of us, bro. They can't just keep sending reinforcements, right? Like we have to maintain. If we leave our post, places will rise up. We got to redo it. If they send 2 more, it's 3 of us. They're gonna die. If they send 3 more, it's likely they're gonna die. I mean, I fought 3 Viltrumites. They sent 3 Viltrumites just after me. You know what I'm saying? And Mark was there, and we still killed 1. And Mark is not strong as Alan or Battle Beast, even now. And that was before Mark started training for real. You know what I'm saying? So if they send 3. They're dead. If they say anything less than 4, they're all dead, right? Most likely. And even with 4, they're probably going to lose 2. And every time you lose 1, that's like a percent. That's like a 2% of our population, bro. If we send 4 and they die, like, come on, we almost lost 10% of we got to chill. You know what I'm saying? 8%, right? So we got to chill. So boom, right? or like 9% of our population, 9.5, whatever, right? So he's like, we could chill, like, you know, we kind of build a base, eat, kind of chill, check on Battle Beast. Battle Beast, he's like, Battle Beast luckily could breathe in space because when Alan blew that hole in the ship, Alan said he could breathe in space, right? No one's like, bro, you're lying. Like, how am I supposed to? Like, he in space? Well, I don't know. Homie can't even fly. Really, I don't know what homie on. He's like, oh, whatever. He just took a chance and the gamble worked, right? Boom. So the episode comes to an end there. We still got, I think, 4 more episodes this season. I kind of not spoiled. First of all, I read the comics, so it's not spoiled, but I looked at like all the little pictures. So I seen a couple of picture things, but I still don't really know what's gonna go on. They did a good job not really telling us. And the little thumbnails, the Prime Video thumbnails, and they also in the description. I didn't read the descriptions, but I think we're gonna get the coalition started this season. I do think it's cool. I do think Conquest, the big old buff Viltrumite, is definitely coming to Earth and fighting Mark. That's probably gonna be the final battle thingy. I'm trying to think. That's kind of gonna be. I think Oliver's gonna stay a kid. I don't think they're gonna age him up. I think he's still gonna be a kid. I think he's a kid when they fight Conquest, right? Just gets smacked all around. So he's a kid for the rest of the season. Amber and Mark's relationship's gonna continue to grow. Yeah, actually, because Ancient Levy does a lot, right? Oh, maybe Conquest isn't coming actually. Now that I think about it, he might start the next season because what I think is they gotta have to finish Ancient Levy's thing unless they like rush it. But in 4 episodes, nah, because Ancient Levy, if what he's about to do, the next thing I think he's about to do. I'm not gonna go into spoilers or nothing like that, but it's like it's gonna take a while for them to kind of work it out, and then at the end of what he does, there's another character that kind of takes the forefront and does some stuff, and they're gonna have to focus on that. They could, if they do bring the other Viltrumite that Anissa warned Mark about, it's gonna be at the very last episode 8. He's gonna come and mess some stuff up. I don't really remember the order in the comics, though. I could be tripping, but he might mess some stuff up. They could finish him in an episode and then kind of get back to it. And they could leave Ancient Levy for next, but it would, I don't know, it would kind of be messing up the amount of foreshadowing they're doing this season. I know they foreshadowed the Viltrumites, but that was from another season. I feel like they should do both. I hope they would do both. There's so much story of Invincible. They could still do 4 more seasons if they knock both of those things out now. There's so much story in Invincible. So I'm going to just say they're going to do both. And by the end, they're going to probably just let Mark know, like, hey, join the coalition. But he's not leaving. He's not doing one of those 6 months trips, 18 months, 2 years. I know he does those big trips. And he leaves Eve at first. So he's not doing that. But I think Nolan and Alan will get started out there. They're going to meet, what's his name? The Viltrumite that's leading the coalition. I forgot his name. Do that. Mark's going to be fighting Ancient Levy and Conquest. And then Cecil's going to be helping. And then the team's going to be helping and all that. And all that's going to happen. So I thought this was going to happen. Dope episode, bro. Super fire episode. I said super fire mostly because of the last part. I like the breakout. The Immortals section was like, it felt so random, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I get they're trying to get him more comfortable with like killing, but it just is so random to just take him to the field. They just play around with so many like fantastical themes, time travel and all this space, and I don't know. It just is so random. It was okay. He didn't really fight Immortal. He just kind of ripped his head off because Immortal was about to kill old dude, the one of Anthony Pettis, but it was smooth. It was a smooth episode, but I would have rather them just more so develop like the Ancient Levy stuff and like get past that, because Ancient Levy's not even my favorite villain. You know what I'm saying? Get past that so we can get into like dinosaurs. We can get into the other homie that's a surprise twist turn into antagonist. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about that. Waiting on episode 5. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if let me know who you think is gonna be like the end fight, like where they gonna get to, like who you think really gonna like be the final battle of this season. Let me know how y'all like Eve written as a protagonist, and let me know if y'all agree with Oliver on like all that killing stuff. Like what y'all like. Y'all feel where he coming from? Y'all feel where Mark coming from? Let me know.